40 days to 40.
So most nights, one of our kids ends up in our bed. Last night, two of them did. And it's really hard to sleep. So I just did my reading. And I think I'm gonna close my eyes again. 'Cause I'm tired.
So I didn't do my workout today because I'm actually really sore from the last few days, but I'm doing some work. I'm doing some physical putting things together. It's not much, I understand. It's like, it's like the equivalent of IKEA furniture stuff. It's for our laundry room. So it's not like crazy manual labor or anything, but it is what I would like to do physically today. Because I'm sore. You know, that's how workouts go sometimes. Sometimes you need a day to cool off. And this is my day to cool off. Okay, bye. Okay, it's day 9, pretty sure. Pretty sure it's day 9. I skipped my checklist in my video yesterday. I totally forgot. I fell asleep. That's okay. Yesterday was a weird day, honestly. It's been a weird week. But I know I keep saying that I'm gonna have a paper checklist, but my checklist is keeping me busy, so I can't make a new checklist. All right, was I up at 6 a.m.? Yes, I was. I gotta tell you though, I gotta be honest. I got up at 6 a.m. Had a hard time sleeping last night because just kids end up in our bed again. It's hard for me to sleep when they're in our beds. So I came downstairs, I read, and then I fell asleep again on the couch. But I did get to go outside. I didn't do my workout today because I was really sore, actually. So I didn't do it, but I did some physical activity. I built some stuff. I put up a shelf. I put up that shelf that has a picture on it right there. And it's really nerve-wracking because in that wall is the pipe it's like the pressure release pipe for our sprinkler system in our house. And it's so nerve-wracking putting stuff on that wall. When I hung the TV, I was so nervous. When I hung that shelf today, I was like, oh gosh. Because I'm so paranoid about hitting that pipe because it's in that wall. I don't know why they did that. It's really frustrating. If I hit that pipe, it's like the pressure release from all of our sprinkler stuff is just gonna blow through the wall probably. So that was nerve-wracking, but that was enough physical activity for me today. Shower, morning music we did, for sure. Breakfast, coffee, connect with family. Really good morning, I think. We worked together on doing school stuff today. I tried to be a little bit more available and present and helpful than I was yesterday. Work projects, did some of that. President off. Actually, you know what? I'm not going to give myself the checkbox of that today because even though I wasn't on my phone very much, I was on my phone enough to notice, oh, I need to get off my phone. I wasn't on my phone a ton, but I was on my phone enough to notice that I should get off. So I don't get my check mark today. Practice music, didn't do it again. Gotta try again tomorrow. Dinner and family time, kind of. We went next door to our neighbor's house. Their daughter's birthday party was today, so we ate and hung out over there. So I'm gonna count it. Read something I enjoy. I didn't do that today. I've been really slacking on editing video, so I'm not gonna give myself that. I've actually been slacking on getting these things out on time. I figure it's my challenge. It's not like I have to, like I have somebody breathing down my neck saying, "You gotta get your video out," but and I mean the 20 people who've watched it are probably not, like, hey, where's the video? But I'm finding it very hard to actually edit things quickly. It's kind of like the last thing on my mind at the end of the day, even though this challenge is important to me. And what I'm doing on the list is the most important thing. And I feel like I'm spending that good intentional time working on the list, but I've been having a hard time figuring out how to fit in the editing time, because I really wanted the editing to be quick. And so far it's not been as quick as I want it to be. It's not super long, but I can't let it cut into my time to do work. I can't let it cut into my time to do the things that I really need to do in my life. So I've been kind of, not posting every single day. And then some things happened this past week that was just gnarly with politics, and just didn't feel right posting. So, but I'm gonna get back on track. I want to take tomorrow to just really edit through a lot of the videos and just kind of post them all in a batch. I've said that in a previous video that I'm going to do that, but actually tomorrow is my day to do it because I have the time and I'm going to do it. That takes me to my thoughts for the day. I've had a couple days to process some of the stuff that's been happening in the world, in our country. And I don't want this to be anything political. I don't want to make this 40 days, I don't want to sully it with political talk. So I'm going to do my best to tread lightly here. But I see a lot of concerning things happening in our world and in our country. And I have my opinions about those things. And if you want to talk about them sometime, I would be happy to talk about them face to face. I don't really talk about my opinions. Some you can extrapolate, some I'm kind of hard to nail down. And honestly, I feel like I'm very much the kind of person that I have beliefs that fall on various sides of the spectrum of political beliefs, and I have found myself in the crosshairs of people on the right and people on the left almost equally. And I try not to put political things out anymore. During the pandemic I did, and I got hit with so much vitriol. It was shocking. People that I never would have thought come after me so harsh came after me. And the weird thing is that I was posting very middle of the road things. I was posting things like, hey, can we all just get along? Maybe those people over there aren't evil, and maybe those people over there aren't evil just because you guys disagree about something. And just the mere suggestion that someone on the opposing side was not evil made people light me up in the direct messages like I had never seen before, to the point where people that I actually know in real life, I was ready to block and actually say, I'm not going to talk to you anymore. because of how crazy it was. And I couldn't believe it. And anyways, I don't want to get into that too much, but that was kind of the start for me to see like what's going on, what's going on in our country, in our world. There's, I'm not an alarmist person. I'm a very measured person, very calm person. And I'm also somebody who looks at the scope of history and says, humanity's been pretty okay. There's been terrible things that have happened, but we've made it through. We've always come out the other side better. And so I'm not an alarmist, and I'm not a side chooser. I have my moral compass, and I see when something's not right, and it doesn't matter what side is saying or doing the thing that's not right. I will say that's not right. I disagree with that. I don't endorse that. So I've seen a lot of things over the last week, and of course months, years, that I'm just like, no, I'm not down with that, and I'm not gonna say it's okay, but I'm also not gonna dehumanize the people who are saying it. I'm not going to talk about people I disagree with as if they are evil or not human. So, where am I going with this, right? We all need to spend time with people that we disagree with. We do. We have to. We have to spend time with people we disagree with. We have to roll our eyes at the things that they say that we disagree with, maybe internally, don't do it to their face. But we have to listen. And this is a little cliche, but something that parents say to their kids is that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth. You need to be listening twice as much as you're talking. And if you find that you're just going and spitting out your opinion on things, and not listening to others, you gotta reverse that. And the other thing I would encourage is stop watching the news. Some really horrible things happened this past week. Some really horrible things have been happening over the last year. And I'm not one to say, oh, turn your eyes away and ignore it. But I'm not going to traumatize myself watching some of the horrible videos of things that have happened recently. I'm not going to traumatize myself. I refuse. And actually, I was speaking with somebody this past week that was like, you need to see it, because you need to see you have to watch it because of how horrible. You really need to understand the gravity of it. I'm like, no, I don't. I don't need to traumatize myself. I don't need to have that vision in my mind for the rest of my life to know that it's horrible and to feel upset about it. I don't need to see it in order to do something about it or to feel something about it. So my encouragement is, if you find yourself watching the news, whether it's through social media or cable, turn it off. Please. And go read about it. Read about it. If you want to stay informed, read about it. That's what I do. I read the news. I don't watch the news. I'll watch some commentary on the news, but even the commentary that I watch, it's from very measured people that are calm, people who intentionally do not share traumatic imagery, knowing that that's not good. for humanity to be taking in, I'm very, very selective. One of the ones that I read every day is Mo News. Check it out. I think that's one of the best ones. This is getting really freaking long. But it's been a crazy week. Everybody feels outraged about something, and everyone thinks that everyone else should also be outraged about it. And the fact of the matter is that we're all different people that have different things that affect us and resonate with us. And if we were all outraged about the same things, like I don't want to live in outrage. I don't. But there are things that really resonate with me that I feel pulled to do something about. And I do. Let's normalize reading the news, listening to one another, and let's normalize not traumatizing ourselves with news stories and imagery. And let's normalize doing work for the things that you believe in behind the scenes. Anyways, that's my thoughts. This is way too long.